Did you know? Even though the One Punch Man anime didn't broadcast until 2015 in Japan, its story was publicly available ever since 2009. The series debuted as a webcomic and quickly became a hit, gaining nearly 8 million hits by 2012. Surprisingly, One Punch Man's creator, who goes by the name One, almost abandoned the series in 2010. One decided to take a break from the comic and get a real job. This hiatus lasted for nearly a year, ending in 2011. One publicly tweeted that he was quitting his job and was swiftly contacted by various potential employers and collaborators. One of them was manga artist Yusuke Murata, who offered to redraw the comic and have it published through Japan's Young Jump webcomics. Though the original webcomic was well received, One believed that Murata greatly improved it. One said, "I had always been a fan of Murata, so I jumped at the opportunity to work with him. I get really excited seeing my work transformed into something with so much passion and amazing art." One believes the show's origin as a webcomic helped it become a hit. He elaborated saying, "For creators, the appeal lies in the lack of restrictions. You can draw manga that you wouldn't be able to draw in a commercial publication. There's nobody to stop you, so you're free. This all ties into what I guess you could call a sense of crudeness and lack of polish, an amateurishness which for some reason gives webcomics a unique charm." The comic's initial success was partly due to its unpolished art style, and especially how Saitama was drawn. The more eccentric he drew the characters, the more views One would receive. Regarding why Saitama looks the way he does, including his bald head, One says he focused more on Saitama's personality than his appearance. "The world is full of cool-looking heroes, so I didn't think that was something I wanted to write about. Plus, I believe that a hero's coolness comes from their spirit and not their looks. I don't think how a hero looks is that important." Murata struggled with this philosophy while adapting One's work. Murata said, "I actually started off drawing Saitama really cool looking. I was thinking that if I was working as the artist, I should make everyone look as cool as possible. In that process, I was making Saitama look handsome or adding stars in his eyes, but I scrapped all of it. In the end, those things don't matter to Saitama's nature. His appeal isn't in his looks, so I thought that if I didn't stick to One's original design, Saitama would end up a completely different character." It was important for Murata and One to capture that everyday man feel with Saitama, so readers can easily relate to him. At first, it was hard to make Saitama relatable while also being near indestructible. If he has no physical flaws and can beat anyone he wants, Saitama could quickly become boring. But his flaws as a human being and his eccentric physical features are what made the character work. On top of the foundations laid by One and Murata, several other artists are responsible for the anime's striking visuals. The show's director, Shingo Natsume, injected some of his own flair and hired several young animators to work alongside him. The show heavily uses digital animation, which stems from Natsume's collaboration with web generation animators. Web generation is a term used to describe artists who would upload animations online for fun before becoming professional animators. These animators are used to making short, action-packed animations that are easily viewed and shared online. Natsume gave them free rein to create bombastic action sequences, which played into the strengths of the animators. Fans were instantly impressed with the show's production values and assumed the show's budget was sizable. This, however, wasn't the case. Animation director Chikashi Kubota confessed on Twitter that the show's budget was nothing special, and that its impressive visuals were a product of the animators' collective passion. One Punch Man is known as Wanpan Man in Japan. This name is actually a reference to a Japanese superhero named Anpan Man, a character that creator One grew up with and watched as a child. Anpan Man got his name from his head resembling Japanese anpan sweet rolls, a trait that was mimicked in Saitama's design. Saitama's hero costume is also based on Anpan Man's costume, only with the colors of the gloves, boots, and jumpsuit reversed. Saitama's name is derived from the Japanese city of Saitama. This is the city where One was raised and first started drawing the series. The world supercontinent in One Punch Man also seems to be based on the Saitama prefecture and is the exact same shape. Interestingly, Saitama's home is based on a real location as well. While creating backdrops for the series, artists often reference real environments. And in the case of Saitama's apartment, the outside is based on a building in the Setagaya district of Tokyo, near the Meidaime train station. As well as Anpan Man, One Punch Man references several other franchises. Vaccine Man strongly resembles Piccolo from the Dragon Ball series. His antennas and purple color scheme also resemble Baiken Man, the main antagonist of the Anpan Man books and anime. In the English dub, Vaccine Man is voiced by Chris Sabat. Sabat is also known for voicing Piccolo, furthering this connection.
You're a fast one. I can feel a significant increase in your power level.
In the Japanese dub, Vaccine Man is voiced by Ryusei Nakao, who notably voiced Frieza in the Japanese dub of Dragon Ball Z.
その適当なまったく人をイライラさせるのがうまいやつらだ。
Interestingly, Nakao also voiced Baiken Man, strengthening the connection to Anpan Man.
なんだこんな役立たずのツボなんか。
The show has another reference to Anpan Man in the A-class hero Smile Man. Smile Man's costume is very similar to Anpan Man's and even has a smiley face on his chest. If you clicked on this video, you're probably a fan of anime. If you are, and you want an easy and reliable way to watch your favorite anime, you might want to check out Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll have beloved animes like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Attack on Titan, and Mob Psycho 100, and they're offering a free trial of their premium service to Digino Movies viewers. With Crunchyroll Premium, you can watch episodes within an hour after they air in Japan, and it's all ad-free. You can watch them wherever you like, in your living room on Wii U, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, on your desktop computer, or even on your mobile devices. Everything on Crunchyroll is officially licensed and supports the dedicated creators in Japan. So if you want easy access to the latest and greatest anime, try out this special 30-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium by going to crunchyroll.com/DYKM or by clicking the link below. Make sure you subscribe for more facts and trivia, and if you like this video, give it a like. And if you're cool, you'll get in early on this Walter MB. Frequent uploads, quality content, you don't want to miss out on that.